Okay, so for some time now, I've been hearing something about myself that it's had me wondering. It's been happening for some years now, about 4 or 5 years. People normally tell me that I have so much energy, like there's something about you have so much energy, high vibration vibes and all those things. And I didn't really pay attention to those things because it's a compliment and it's all those things until it became serious. Like a lot of people were texting me, random people will be texting me and be telling me the same thing, that's like there's something with you, it's like we see something on you. I don't know, to date I don't know what they've seen on me. So I decided to delve deep into this particular thing that people think follows me. I myself, I know something follows me when you see the things that happens to me. So every person in this world has something that backs them, and it could be the spirit of darkness or it could be the spirit of light that follows them. And if you are fortunate enough to have the spirit of light that follows you, then you should be good to go. So you should be good to go. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys about signs that shows that you have an aura. So what is an aura? An aura is a presence that follows you. So we have a good aura and we have a bad aura. I would make a video another time talking about a bad aura and the signs, but today I'm going to be talking about the signs that you have a very strong, higher aura around you. And the Christians call it, I'm a Christian, so I would call it anointing, or you could call it the Holy Spirit's presence. But for the context or for the sake of everyone to understand, we would call it aura, which is like your presence. And aura is a very common term people have been using lately, like aura, blah blah blah, and all those things. So without further ado, we're going to jump right into it. I've written down about 6 things so that I don't forget it. So signs that shows that you operate on a very high vibration level or on a very high energy level is, I've said it so many times, that is, you don't fit in. Okay, when someone operates on a high vibration, they barely fit in situations because most people operate on a low vibration. We live in a world where people are corrupted with so many things, so most people operate on a low vibration. It's not that you are socially anxious or you don't like people, but when you enter a room, you just don't like the energy around. I don't know if I should use myself as an example in this video. So for me, there are places that when I go there, I just don't feel like staying there. Over this past 7 weeks since school started, I have never eaten in the school cafeteria. Not because the place is bad, not because there are bad people there, but I just don't feel comfortable in people that much. I don't have social anxiety. I'm very friendly to people, but when I get to certain rooms, I just don't feel like this is a place for me. You could just sense energy. Like you could just sense that the energy around here is not good. And it's because there are so many people around with different energies, and they are all coming together. So you feel like your energy is on a different level, so you don't fit in. Now, the reason why you don't fit in is because God knows that when you fit in, you are going to be contaminated. I'll tell you guys why you have that strong aura and how to actually build your aura. Okay, so when you fit into people, God knows that they are going to contaminate you, because the aura that you carry, the presence that you carry, it's a sign that you are marked for something in this world. So God brought you into this world and placed the mark on you. It's like the military. We have people who are marked for special things. We have people who are marked for certain things. So you are marked for a special calling or a special purpose. So you carry that mark on you, and God doesn't want you to be contaminated by people. That is why you don't fit in so many things. When you go to an event, you barely find people to be friends with. You barely fit in like social activities. You're always alone, and you think like you are weird, you are awkward, but it's because your energy does not fit into most of the environments that you go to. So yeah, you do not fit in into so many things. Now, when you find your people, you actually fit in. When I find a group of Christians, I fit in so well. Okay. Now, another sign that you have a very strong aura, or you operate on a high vibration, or you have a very strong presence following you, is that people feel uncomfortable around you. One time, one lady in my school told me that my presence makes her uncomfortable. That is what she said. Your presence makes me uncomfortable. I had not done anything to her. I had not said anything to her. She just told me that, hey, I don't want you to get close to me because you just make me uncomfortable. Your presence makes me uncomfortable. Not that I don't like you, but I just don't feel positive. I just don't feel like comfortable around you and all those things. And I was very offended because I haven't done anything to you. There's nothing wrong with me, and you told me that I don't make you feel uncomfortable. So it was then I realized that it's the energy levels. Okay, we are human beings. When you see someone, you could tell that I won't click with this person, right? You can see it, right? So that is the same way they could tell. When you operate on a high level and someone operates on the lower level, you just, perfect example. You see how bright the sun scorches, right? The sun can be so bright. The sun could be so bright. You see people complaining, the sun is too scorchy today. It's so hot. Oh my God, it's so hot. You understand? That same sun that is scorching, some people love it. Some people are like, oh my God, it's a bright day. We love it. You understand? So it's because you operate on a higher level, people tend to feel uncomfortable around you. Then mostly it's people who operate on a low vibration, people who don't have good intentions. They just don't get close to you. They can't get close to you, okay? On the flip side, people love to watch you. They don't hate you, they don't love you, but they love to watch you. For some reason, they pretend like they don't like you, but they love to watch you. So they don't follow you on social media, but they are stalking your page, okay? Anytime I post on my Instagram and I check the statistics, I'll realize that about 20% or 30% of the people viewing my stories are people who don't follow me, okay? And I know them. They don't talk to me, they don't like me, but they just want to watch me. They like to see you do this. When you are moving here, they are staring at you. When you're at the corner here, they are staring at you. When you do, they are moving, they are talking about you. Look at him, it's like he's here, like, but they don't like you. They don't make you know that they like you. They don't tell you that we like you, but they just like to stare at you. They just like to watch you do whatever you do, okay? It shows that you have a high vibration. There's something about you that they want to see. They like to watch you. It's like you are so mysterious. It's like, who is this person? They want to see what you're up to and all that. Another sign that you operate on a high vibration is that you attract favor. And when I say favor, not just a favor, it's uncommon favor, right? Now, certain things that happen to you, you're like, what happens? Like, how come? So recently I was in Los Angeles, right? And I was with a friend. And the tickets that we got, we weren't finding our seats. So, and the place was very, very huge. It was an elevation concert, and I was with my friend. And the place that we was, I'm not going to mention whether it's a he or a she. So, the place that we got, we weren't finding our seats. So, we decided to just sit at a random place. What are the odds that, tell me, what are the odds that the place that we sat, the place we sat, just left to us, there were two other people. They were like, hey, we got 2 extra seats for anyone, like we just had 2 extra seats so you guys can sit here, like randomly. Could you imagine? It's because you experience uncommon favor. Sometimes you go to the shop and then you are just short of $2, $3, and they're like, oh, it's fine, keep it. But then some people don't get that kind of favor. You get some random favors, like things that happen to you are just uncommon. Maybe random people favor you, they give you money. Random people, you experience a lot of uncommon favor. It's because the universe or the energy in this world gravitates towards you, okay? So you have the attention of the world. It's because God has a purpose for you, so he's going to make sure that it comes to pass. When you're in need of something, it comes to pass, right? When you read the Bible, Elijah was running away from Jezebel, okay? So when he was in the mountain or when he was on the hideout and he was hungry, God knew that this man was for a purpose. So every possible means for me to get him food, I was going to do it. So God sent a crow to bring him bread and honey on the mountains. How is this possible? That God brings bread from a crow, like on the beak of a crow, to you in the mountains. It's almost impossible, but then it happened to Elijah because God showed him favor and God knew he had a purpose for him. That is why he gave him that kind of favor. Another sign that shows that you have a very strong vibration or a very strong aura is that people see the light in you. They want to get close to you. Like they feel okay when they talk to you. They always want to talk to you. They want to reach out to you. So funny thing happened just last week. So a friend of mine was in the hospital in a different country and he was on the sick bed. He was just in pain and he was calling me. But if you know me, you know that I don't like calls, right? I don't like to talk to people on phone. I'm the texting type. I love texting, unless maybe it's like very, very important, very, very urgent before like I'll pick. But I'm more like text me, okay? He was on the sick bed in the hospital. He kept on calling me and I'm like, oh bro, just text me. You can text me or something. And he was like, I just want to talk to you. I want to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, no problem. He called me and he was in the hospital. I mean, terrible situation. And I prayed for him because I believe in prayers. I'm a Christian. I pray for people all the time. So I prayed for him and then he feels okay now by God's grace. And I believe it's the doing of the Lord. It's not me. I didn't do anything. It's just God. You are just a vessel basically. So yeah, that is also another sign that you have a strong vibration or you have a very strong aura. Another thing that you normally experience is so many crazy things happen to you. You know, some people are living normal lives. When I say normal lives, it's like they are just there, like life is cool. But for you, you go through so many terrible things and then you still overcome it. That shows the energy that you carry. In a span of 3 months, someone would have their normal life, eat, sleep, wake up. But for you, in those 3 months, you have a friend reject you, you have a friend, stop talking to you, you have some accident, something is always happening to you. It's because of the purpose that God has for you. The reason why all these things happen to you is because you would eventually overcome them. And when you overcome them, that is how you create your story to fulfill the purpose that God has for you. I always like to use myself as an example here, right? So I went through so many things from 2020 to 2023, right, with these visa issues and stuff. And I was crying like, what is happening? Like, what is all these things? And God knew that he had a purpose for me, and I had to go through that thing, or that I had to go through those stages for me to fulfill that purpose, to eventually help people. Look at the people that come out and be like, oh, we watch the videos and tell me this and that. It's because God wanted to make a purpose out of me, out of the problems that I went through. You see other people, they apply visas and they get it, and then boom, they don't really struggle. I'm not saying they don't have aura or whatever, they don't have an assignment, but I'm talking to you specifically that you go through so many things in life. One person, your boyfriend broke up with you 2 weeks ago, someone said this, you're going through so many things. Like, there's always a storm in your life, and then you overcome them all the time. You can be very sad this evening, but tomorrow morning you'll be so high on energy. Like yesterday evening, I was very down. I get depressed sometimes, right? So I was very down emotionally. Like, I just felt like, what is it? Like, what is happening? But this morning I woke up and I was in high spirits. I was so happy this morning. I don't know what is happening. It's like there's this joy in me. It's also a sign that you have a very strong vibration, or you have a very strong aura. Now, another thing that I'll talk about is the attention that you gravitate towards yourself. Okay, people love to stare at you. When you enter a room, everyone just stares at you, and you don't even make efforts. It's like you don't put effort in getting attention, but you get it. You don't worry about dressing well, you don't have dreads, you don't look cool and all that, but people are always staring at you. When you pass here, they are like, you understand? Like, people are just staring at you. It's because of the energy that you carry. Last but not least is, people want to get close to you, but they cannot. I mean, who wouldn't want to be friends with a celebrity? Everyone wants to be friends with a celebrity, but they don't know how to relate with a celebrity, so they can't be friends with them. They see the energy that you carry, they see the positivity in you, they see that positive vibration in you, and they want to get so close to you. They wish they were friends with you. They're like, can we be friends? They'll text you, hey, I like you, can we be friends? And you're like, okay, cool, no problem. But they just can't get close to you. It's like there is a protection around you, there is a surrounding around you. They cannot get close to you. They just see the light bright, so bright, it's like you're a star, but they just cannot get close to that star. It shows that you have a very strong vibration. The last thing which I would eventually end here is, you love being alone. Because of the energy around you, just don't like to be with people. You prefer to be alone in your room by yourself. It doesn't mean you're an introvert, right? You prefer to be alone, sitting by yourself, studying, doing something by yourself, rather than going outside in the club and in the party and all those things. You prefer, and you love time for yourself. You love time for being alone. Yeah. So yeah, that is it basically. The reason why I'm making this video is that most people have so much high vibration, and they have so much anointing, and they have so much aura that they don't know why they have this kind of aura. When you have this kind of protection around you, it basically means you are meant to do something, not just a mere thing, like something great in this world, okay, for God's purpose or for God's glory. So such a person, you are supposed to act differently, you are supposed to move differently. You can't be friends with everyone, you can't mingle with anyone, you can't date just anyone because of the assignment on you. If you try to go the opposite way, things will go south for you, right? So when you identify that these things are the things that happen to me because of the presence or because of the assignment, more like you're a chosen person, right? You move differently. When I see people, I could tell, for some reason, I could just tell that this person is going to be a great person. This person has a very strong aura. When you see people with those grace, you see such a grace on the person, you see them misbehaving on the internet, it makes me very sad. It's like you are wasting the potential. You have a blessing on your life and you are wasting it out there. So if you can relate to 2 or 3 of these, put it in the comment section, write what you can relate to, and if there's another thing that you feel it's a sign that you have a very strong aura, put it in the comment section. Another thing that shows, which is a bit uncommon, is that because of the energy that you carry, when you move to a place or when you enter a room, things start to fall. This is like extreme. When you have a very high vibration, things fall, not that you enter a room and things are boom, 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 but it's like sometimes you just enter a room and there's like something just falls, like something just falls, like a random thing just falls. You're in your room and then maybe you just entered the room, you're on your bed, and then maybe just your trouser which has been hanging there just bam, it just falls. It's like the vibration that you have, okay, it's the vibration that you carry is what is causing all these things. So yeah, that is basically it for this video. I'm trying to make a more generic content because someone said they don't just like the study abroad videos because they like me because of the things that I share on my Instagram and stuff. So I'll try my possible best to make so much videos about things most people can relate. So if it's a study abroad video and you can relate to it, you watch it. And if it's not that one and you can relate to that video, you also watch it. I spoke about rejection, or someone who doesn't fit in. Okay, you basically get rejected so many times. I have a book on rejection, and it's been restocked in Ghana. Okay, so if you're in Ghana and you want to get a hard copy, just go to Perez bookshop. You can get a copy there, and then if you want to order it, there's going to be a telephone number in the description. Just call them and they'll deliver it for you. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next